Hello and welcome to episode number 13 of Not Your Grandfather's Vlog. Sorry it's taken me so long to release one of these. I've been so busy with so many other projects, with the podcast, with my other YouTube videos. I had a concert that I played recently for a mental health awareness called, the foundation is called Mind Over Music. It's a foundation here in Jacksonville. You can actually see some of those clips of me playing live on my YouTube page if you'd like to go and check it out, if you'd like to see what else I do in my life besides this YouTube thing. This week I wanted to talk about something that I was talking to someone last night and this topic came up on the phone when we were discussing it, and it's something that I've thought about for a long time. It's really been bothering me. I feel like we in America have been living in this time that we've been growing towards ever since the industrial age, ever since, you know, after World War II, and it's this idea of things like making us happy, and not only just things, but like more is better, and making and just getting the most shit possible out there. I guess I really started thinking about the gravity of just all the stuff that's out there, all the convenience that's out there, when I went to some small town called Yulee, that's outside of Jacksonville where I live. And this is a small town, and I mean, probably 10 years ago they didn't even have a Walmart out there. But I went out there recently and they have a Target, a Walmart, a TJ Maxx, a Kohl's. They have all these stores out there to service this one little area. And then I started thinking, in each one of these stores there's probably about 10,000 things a piece, and they have to be fed these things through warehouses and just all the infrastructure that went into like providing electricity to these places and water and sewage just for this one little city, this one little town, this one little, not even a fucking size of a pea on the map of the United States. But then I started thinking about the city that I live in that probably has about 10 or 15 Walmarts and 5 Targets, and just like all the stuff that exists in the world. And it's like the infrastructure that is needed to service all these locations, and all the waste that is created from all this stuff being used and thrown away, and just all in the sake of convenience, all in the name of convenience. Shit is just too convenient now, and people demand for it to be more convenient. They want a Walmart right by their house, or a McDonald's right by their house, or whatever. If you're more of a hipster, whatever cool place that's not Walmart or a big corporation right by your house, they want convenience. And it's just, I'm looking at all this going like, man, there's just no way this is sustainable, you know? Like, where does all this trash go? And just, I don't know. I feel like it's too much. I feel like everything's too much. Because, again, with technology, everything's constantly improving at such a rapid rate now. And like, I feel like there's a diminishing of the returns that you're getting now. Obviously, in the early 2000s, when there was the shitty fish-shaped phone that everyone had, it was just, you know, monochrome color, just black and white phone, like an original Game Boy or something. That was shitty. Everybody agrees that that was crap. It made phone calls, and that was cool. But then you started getting into the touchscreen phones, and then eventually the iPhone came around and totally changed everything. And I feel like we could have just like stopped there for like a good 5 or 6 years, but no, they kept improving. And now they're getting into the iPhone, the 4s and the 5s, and now the 6 and the 6 Plus, and it's like, just stop! We have enough! It's good enough! Like, they've trained us to go out every year or two and buy the newest generation of phone. That's what they're calling it now, to make you feel like you're outdated if you have the older generation. Oh, generation! I'm like 20 or 30 years old here by having an iPhone 4. And it's just ridiculous to me because people demand the new and better. Or maybe they don't demand it. Maybe the companies that are in competition with each other assume that we are demanding that and assume that we want that. So they're always fighting each other and climbing this ladder to be better and beat out each other. And it's just like, it's not only that, it's video game systems. You know, you start out 20 years ago, 30 years ago with the regular Nintendo and how shitty the graphics look, but it's still a really fun game. And now they have these PS4s and Xbox Ones, and the graphics are just, it's like, how can they get any more realistic? How can they get better? But they are. There's plans for the Xbox One S and the PS4 Neo, and now virtual reality is coming into play, and now they're doing, you know, fucking automated cars that drive themselves, and 4K TV, which by the way, didn't 1080p just look so shitty? I know, right? Like 1080p was just awful. We needed 4K so bad, because, you know, 1080p is just horrible. But so now we have 4K. Can I tell a difference? Not really. I mean, are they just gonna keep upping the definition and until our shitty eyes that we were given aren't gonna be good enough, and we're gonna need some kind of like ocular implants that digitally see the improvements? And I mean, it's so much to think about, you know? It's like, I would love to see them just stop for like 8 years. Just don't come out with anything new. Like, we've got enough shit. It's enough. Like, we have enough stuff already. Like, let people enjoy the shit that they have. Let them figure out all of the many features and appreciate what the things that they already own, without already trying to sell us on something new and making us feel this kind of discontentment with the things that we already have. And then you compare the fact that these third world countries, these African countries, they have nothing. They literally have nothing. We are overflowing with crap, with stuff, and these other countries have literally nothing. And it's just the dichotomy of these two things, of America, for instance, that just has so much and just is always having more and making more, and these countries that just have so little and can never get anything and get a foot in the door, and then it's hypocritical, because I'm talking about it, but I'm not doing anything to help the situation, so I feel bad even talking about it, you know? It's just, these are just things I see as an outside observer, and it drives me crazy, especially with the constant need of innovation in electronics. And I mean, yes, there are some fields that it's great to still innovate in, like in the field of medicine. You know, you always want to try to prevent disease and suffering and all, but even then, it's kind of like, it concerns me, because it's like, people have to die eventually. This world is finite, where there's only one. Yet we do have the ability, technically, to keep expanding the human race exponentially. Forever, infinity. We can literally make so many people to where we're standing shoulder to shoulder in the entire world. It can't happen. It would take a long time, but it could happen. But there's only one world. So it's just like, I don't know. This is a reality that everybody knows underneath is happening every day. And some people say, well, it's in the name of science, it's in the name of progress, so it's a good thing. I just feel like the acceleration is what's blowing my mind, and what needs to just slow the fuck down. Pump the fucking brakes. We have enough stuff. It's good enough. I don't understand how these marketing people, they must have guns to their heads with trying to literally market a new phone or a new game system, when we just got one a few months before, or a year before, and they're trying to tell us how we need this one. The musical landscape, for God's sake, I have not seen a faster change in the death of any kind of media or technology than I have in CD sales and vinyl sales and all that. And I did an episode about that, episode 13. I mean, vinyls, you know, it's going to be a niche market for collectors, but physical media is dead. CDs are dead. It's all streaming. It's all online now. You can go on Spotify and listen to anybody, anytime, their whole discography, all their music they've ever made. It's so cheap now. You don't have to be stuck with their album or go out and spend any money. It's all for free. And yet people demand more music to come out, new music to come out, better music to come out. But they don't want to pay for the music that's already out, or that is coming out. They want it for free. They expect it for free now. And I don't know, I don't understand the people who wanted this. I don't see how it's made anybody happier. I don't see how it's made life better for anybody overall in general. But I guess one thing that I can take comfort in, and that's the fact that people are still just as stupid as they've ever been. So that was my vlog for this week. I'm trying to do them every week, but like I said, I have the podcast, so if you would like to look that up, if you're a fan of Unsolved Mysteries, if you're a fan of murder, mystery, any of that kind of stuff, it's actually gotten kind of successful, which has been weird. It's Uncovering Unsolved Mysteries. You can find it on Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, iTunes, anywhere where fine podcasts are made or distributed or whatever. You can go on like my Facebook page, Dancing with Ghosts. That's my music stuff. I guess I feel like I should differentiate all the different projects I have going on. Okay, so I have the Overstimulation Station, which is the channel that you're watching now. This is my YouTube channel. This is my child. I'm never gonna stop putting work into this. I just actually released a video a few weeks ago. I think it was episode 17, game sequels. Are they always better? I have an upcoming episode where I'm gonna have another guest, Caroline. And we're going to be doing, I think, something about ghosts, so that'll be fun. Then I have Dancing with Ghosts, which is my band. I've been doing music my whole life, and so that's what that is. So if you want to go check that out, it's facebook.com/dancingwithghosts, then the number 2. And then the Uncovering Unsolved Mysteries podcast is just a podcast I do. So my rant is over. Don't buy any more shit. You have enough stuff. And if you don't have enough stuff, then be happy, because you're probably a lot more content inside than most people. Have a good rest of your week.